Vaccine.
Vaccine. Vaccine.
The vaccine is critical. Very broad vaccination.
Vaccine.
The vaccine.
The vaccine.
On the issue of the vaccine, which you've said in the past could take a year to 18 months, will we have to wait for a vaccine to hug our family and friends who are outside of our bubble?
Okay, so here we are. Saturday Market. This is not a test.
No testing.
Episode 1. We're here with our very special guest today. A little bit of space.
Spatial.
Spatial guest.
Spatial. How the spatial are you today? Are you obeying?
Yeah, so we're at the Saturday Market. There's a lot of people obeying with their masks today.
So funny. Like, I saw a couple with one, the gentleman wearing a mask and his girlfriend not, and them holding hands. So, come on, people.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Well, I guess COVID only picks and chooses, right?
It totally does.
So it'll pick one of them and not the other.
Yeah, because if she gets it, he's not going to get it. Because he'll just kiss her through the mask.
It doesn't pick rich people.
No, they don't get it.
COVID-19 doesn't like rich people.
Doesn't like money.
No,
it just makes money.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, who do you think? Oh, who's selling the masks? The WHO or the CDC?
Yeah, pick one, right? Pick one. Yeah,
dude, in Ontario, grade 4 and up, every child has to wear a mask, man.
I read that. That's abusive.
That's insane. It's sick. It's so wrong on all levels. Like, it's child abuse, and we're enforcing that. Plus, think of the cost. The parent's gonna have to come up with an extra money for 2-3 masks a day.
I know.
And where does all that garbage go? What the fuck's wrong with us?
You know what because I used to bring my takeout mug for coffees, right? Now I can't use that anymore. You know how much waste we're using with
they're not letting
the plastic.
I know. They're not letting you use they won't let you use your reusable bag.
I know. Like Country Grocery, I used to go in with the bulk and just bring my own plastic bags that I'd just be reusing.
Yep.
Not anymore. Now I got to get those plastic containers that are filled, and they're just disposable, like
exactly
one use.
More garbage,
more recycling. It's
humans make garbage and noise. That's what they know how to do. How come? What's wrong with us?
How come?
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
And like, why does the government lie to us all the time? Like everything that's government regulated is bad for you.
I know.
That means slow death. But very painful.
Painful death.
And you will be miserable, I guarantee. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know. And now we're going to have the vaccines coming in October. Big rollout, right? They're going to be safe and effective. Right?
Oh, safe and effective. That sounds really good.
Right.
Is that what they're safe and effective?
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, and
who's telling us that? Mr. Trillionaire Bill Gates?
Mr. Other Trillionaire Dr. Fauci.
Oh, Anthony Fauci.
Who owns half the vaccine patents.
Yeah, did you see his debate the other day that he was supposed to have with Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai?
No.
They sent a stand-in that looked like him and said he had a 5G chip implanted in his head, and so that he was speaking directly for Dr. Fauci. He had all of his speech scripted, everything that he read off of the script the entire time, and they called him Dr. Fauci.
What's real? What's not real?
What?
Eh?
Doesn't make any sense. They sent a clone. And they made him look like him, and then they called him. Yeah. So that everybody. Oh yeah, well that's close enough.
Yeah. With AI now, what's real? I mean, it's so Hollywood now, right? Like,
everything is.
They could easily create newscasters and politicians and
out of
doctors out of thin air and say these are real, and who's to know? You know, when you're on the computer screen, right? Like, especially what's real.
Exactly.
You know, so people see all this stuff like, I remember those shots in New York City in the beginning of like, you know, coffins burying people in those coffins. I'm like, I'm not even sure that's real.
No.
That shot. And now in Florida, you know, there's all kinds of, you know, videos and stuff like that.
They show the same video footage across the country for one hospital setup. Yeah. It's fucking unbelievable.
It's all...
And when it started in China, they showed the videos of the people dropping dead in the street. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's from 5G.
From 5G, yeah, exactly. Wuhan was the
inaugural
origins of 5G implementation.
Exactly.
Right? So that's not a coincidence, right?
No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, I think they put the 5G in the fall of 2019 in Wuhan. Mm-hmm. I think so, something like that. And then COVID hit in November, December of that year, right?
Exactly.
And it spread since, supposedly. Well, supposed COVID-19.
Can I ask you this?
So-called COVID-19.
I call it the cold thingy. Yeah. So, as they told us that it was going to be a major outbreak and then it was going to get hot and so it would go away.
Yeah.
And then it was going to come back when it got cold again.
Yeah.
But what happened when they turned the 5G on is everybody got sick.
Yes. Yes.
And so then they're like, oh, well, that's the COVID. But you just told us it would be gone for the summer.
Yeah, exactly. But it's sticking around because they need it to stick around. Because if it disappears, no one's going to want to take the vaccine, right? Mm-hmm. And it's not coincidental the vaccines are going to be rolled out during the beginning of cold and flu season.
Yeah, man.
Right?
I know. Well, this is the best thing about the COVID is if you've taken a flu shot in your life, they've been putting it in there ever since they started so that you would test positive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a link between flu shots and COVID positive tests.
My friend in San Francisco is a nurse. She sent in a bunch of COVID tests. They all came back positive. So she got a little bit curious.
Yeah.
She sent in some blank tests.
Yeah.
They came back positive.
Right.
Then she asked her workmates to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well, I don't, one thing people should be suspicious about is why are they sticking a nasal swab all the way into your brain cavity when if it's that contagious, they should just be able to immediately take it, right, just saliva right on your tongue.
That's how it's transmitted, apparently.
If it's that contagious that we have to wear masks.
13 feet in the air.
Yeah. If it's that contagious, we have to wear masks. Mm-hmm. Certainly, we don't have to stick a nasal swab deep into our brain cavity. Mm-hmm. So people should be just suspicious on that front.
Well, how about the fact that it's transmitted through your mouth, but the vaccine gets injected in your vein?
Yeah, yeah.
How does that make any sense anywhere?
Yeah.
Then why do you have to penetrate my skin?
No.
That's where my consent stops.
Yeah, yeah.
My body, my temple.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly.
Don't try and put your ideas into my health. Because the government is unhealthy.
No, they're unhealthy and they have an agenda.
Well, they're trying to depopulate us by get rid of poor people.
Yeah.
That's why all the services here suck.
Oh, yeah. Well, because the services here on Salt Spring are 100% government funded.
Exactly.
Right?
And the government and the people that are working there just take the money and run.
Oh.
They don't do anything. You've been there too.
Any organization that's so-called helping people is top down.
Totally.
UNICEF, like all those things are top down.
Exactly.
Administrative people making the money. And then the little pennies they got left, they hand out. They
get to the people.
Yeah.
I know. I did a little test this winter. I have a sponsored child in Africa, and I sent the family a whole bunch of different items from the catalog.
Never got to them?
A few things did, but 80% of it didn't.
Right, right.
It's like... And what did they do? Then they just cut the communication. Oh, well, yeah, COVID, we can't talk anymore.
Right. Yeah. Exactly, right?
It's everybody's excuse for not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, it's not too... I guess the tourists, a little masked up. I was in Country Grocery the other day, and I swear 8 out of 10 people were wearing masks.
There was a lineup of 20 people to get into Country Grocer on Thursday.
Yeah.
There's only one entrance. You can't even just slip in and slip out.
Yeah.
I wanted a bag of organic compost.
Yeah.
You know, it's outside. I didn't want to go inside,
Yeah, exactly.
so I just left. I was like, forget it. I'm not going to stand in that lineup to go in there. Fuck that.
Well, I had a friend go into Thrifty's the other day to buy a bottle of water and no mask, and one of the tellers approached them and said, "Where's your mask?" He said, "I don't have one." He said, "Well, you need to stay away from my customers then."
My customers.
My customers.
He owns the people now.
These tellers who are disposable.
Exactly.
Are like my customers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, in a society where the first problems that we ran into was we ran out of toilet paper, man.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
full of shit. We are full of shit.
Exactly, right.
And it's all government shit. And it is time to let that shit go.
This is where I'm at. I'm concerned on many things, and I think you said, should we fight or fuck off, right? Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yep.
And
fight
the
or
thing
flight.
is, we fight, we might be heavily fined, and
yeah, they'll go after us with their money.
And in the future, maybe thrown into some dissident gulag in Alberta, right? So those two moves, I'm not interested in playing that, right?
I think we're past that, brother. I want to push the envelope. And who else is going to do it if we don't do it?
No, I hear you, but I think we have to be smart about it, right?
We've been smart so far.
So far, so good.
And we do stuff. They don't. So it's real easy to get on top of them.
Yeah. I'm more concerned about the public. They're all the snitching and the rats and the pointing fingers, and,
well, that's 1984, man. That's what they've created in our society.
Yeah, exactly, right.
The kids telling on their parents for not wearing their masks.
Yeah, exactly, right.
What is that?
Yeah, that's like the Hitler Youth, right?
Completely. We can't run it top down. Nothing works top down. It's all emergence.
Yeah.
It's got to go bottom up.
There's got to be some pushback. People have to wake up a little bit here.
They are. They are. What did you see in Prague? They had a ceremony. It said goodbye to COVID.
Say bye-bye, eh?
Yeah, the whole country.
Good.
Yeah.
We need lots of stuff like that, right?
Well, that's when one does it, that makes it possible for the rest.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then
But you got to have that catalyst.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a lot of suspect things going on, and
it's all coming to the surface, though. I think a lot of people that have been screwing this planet over for a long time are about to meet their makers.
Yeah, I think the people that are running this COVID-19 agenda, I think they were just testing once again.
Completely, to see how compliant we would be.
And now, they were seeing how compliant everyone was and how well it was working. So I think they're just continuing with the test, and they're just like, let's go all in.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Mm-hmm. They were like, whoa, I didn't think this was going to happen as well as it could be.
This easy.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I didn't either.
Well,
we're not.
No, you and I aren't.
But I thought more people would be alert to it. It's just...
Yeah. I mean, at first I took it face value, right? And
I listened and I did what they said they did. I even walked away from a job one day.
Yeah, February, March, I was like face value with it, right? Like concerned. But then little things started happening that weren't adding up. So bigger things didn't add up. And now I'm not taking it face value at all.
No.
And people shouldn't.
Yeah, they're lying.
And people should be asking questions. They should be asking why for certain things that don't add up. And You know, if you ask why and people become defensive and threatened about it, then you're on the right path, right?
Amen.
Yeah, so people can't be afraid to just ask why.
Well, people got to start asking questions instead of just obeying.
Exactly. Yeah, it's okay to ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay just to get dialogue going on.
First Amendment right is the freedom of speech, and people are giving that away voluntarily.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
So-called democracy only works with the free flow of information, right? So why can't we just share information without people getting threatened about that, right? Mm-hmm. So that's interesting when that happens.
They on Facebook today. They took down the Lord's Prayer.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Can't have the Lord's Prayer?
That's censored.
Yeah.
Isn't that some trippy shit, dude?
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jesus will be censored soon too.
Wow.
The state killed him, so.
I know, man. It's like, come on, people. We've been through this. Do we got to keep shooting the messenger all the time?
Exactly.
Like,
right.
Thank God for all the whistleblowers out there. There's so many people that have given me information so that I could think for myself instead of just sucking up all of the crap that the government's feeding you.
Yeah.
But it's because I haven't been on a television in 10 years. That shit'll poison you.
Oh, yeah.
It'll mess
Turn the
your
TV
mind.
off. That's the first step.
Amen. Get
Turn
away
the TV
from the
off.
TV.
Because that's, at least with like the internet, you can
pick and choose.
You can pick and choose. You can control how you're researching and whatnot. Whereas the TV is just fed to you.
Yeah, well,
it's just like, here it is.
Television.
Exactly,
tell your
right?
vision.
Tell your vision. And then they just got all these people just feeding you fear. They just want you to be scared.
Completely.
And if you're scared, you'll take the vaccine.
The Kool-Aid.
You'll drink the Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm. You'll snitch on your neighbors.
Because they didn't take the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. You'll do all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. If you... so turn off the TV, step 1. Mm-hmm. Start asking questions.
Step 2.
Step 2.
Think for yourself.
Think for yourself, yeah.
Look at the word economy.
Yeah.
Eco, no, my.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's right there. It's written right there. We got to get out of this egotistic state and back into a place where we share.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
when we share, there's plenty for everybody.
Yeah.
You don't have a few elite psychopaths, rich people they're pedophile baby murderers, man.
Oh, yeah.
And people clap when these idiots show up with their fucking money.
Yeah.
It's mind-bending to me.
It's unbelievable.
They've been committing genocide all over the planet, especially Africa.
Oh, yeah.
The Bill Gates Foundation.
Oh, criminal charges, right?
It's
go down,
sick.
Go test some African people.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they don't count.
They don't count,
It's the third world.
Exactly, right.
Because we're in the first world, and then, there isn't a second world, but they're so badly off, they're actually on the third world.
Yeah.
Which actually all exists within one globe.
Yeah.
Which is very confusing to me.
It is.
Like...
All right. I gotta do a bathroom break.
Right on.